Hello and welcome to episode 365 of the Drive the Green podcast. I'm your host, Matty B, joined in studio by Bronell Harvin Canoop. On this episode, it's one of the happier episodes I think ever.
Well, for three of us.
For three, yeah, and for one fake Rory fan. But Rory McIlroy has finally completed the career Grand Slam in dramatic fashion at the Masters. Did you guys know that it was the 50th anniversary of Jack Nicklaus winning the Masters?
I did hear that, yeah.
Saw it
Yeah,
enough.
we'll
That and
that.
Ozempic, we had enough
Oh,
of both
fuck.
of those. So we're going to recap that at length. We're also going to talk about the dramatics that were Sunday. A little bit of news. Harv has 3 items on there.
Yeah, that's it.
And I'm making the cut.
But you
But,
do got to
uh,
making the cut, eh?
It's pretty much just Masters. But before we get into it, we want to talk about our sponsors, Player Golf, PLYRGolf.com. Use the promo code DriveTheGreen for 20% off your order. We're getting closer to the golf season and closer to the launch of the new player line of clothing. I think we're going to get ours this week, some of the items. So whether Canoop picks them up when he's in Saskatoon or I get them or Chase sends them down, and we'll have them for next week's pod. I got a feeling about it. So can't wait to show those duds off on the
Well, if
YouTube channel.
If you pick them up before the Ja Rule concert, you might be able to wear some fresh threads to the concert.
Maybe I'll ask him for some like double, triple XL stuff. So
Yeah,
I can really
some
fit
t-shirts,
in.
yeah. It's going to be wild. I think I've convinced my wife just before hitting record here tonight that we might go too. Ja Rule, Chingy, and Nelly.
Nelly,
Yeah,
yeah.
of
Well, it's
course.
a Nelly concert, isn't it?
It is an
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
I think of Ja Rule over Nelly, but when Batter
No
Up hits,
way.
I won't think that.
You
Uh,
think Ja Rule over Nelly?
I
No
love Ja
way.
Rule.
There's
I
no
love
way.
him. Love him. So yeah, I say I love him, but yet I wasn't going to go until about 20 minutes ago. So, but I think it was more because the concert was announced so long ago. I
Yes.
didn't click in until
Yep,
Canoop said he was
that's
just
fair.
going. So we're excited about that. We're also members of Team Callaway. Lots of Callaway representation on the Masters leaderboard. If there was any guy that could win other than a Callaway guy, I think Rory would be my top pick. So that worked out quite well. Mini Driver, I think he'll be here very soon. So I'm super excited about that. And so it's just we need golf season ASAP. And the weather's turning. It's so nice out. Hit some chips with the Opus wedges again this past weekend. Just tearing up more dog piss patches in my backyard. So yeah,
I was going to save this till we were live on the pod, but got a little update on opening day potentially.
Oh,
you're gonna wait until after the pod to tell us.
No, I was going to tell you right now.
You have
Live
a
on the
course.
pod. Well, it's not a hard date.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
so
The date that got thrown around.
Is April 24th.
I think Brownell's going to hit it on the head. Apparently.
Do you remember what your guess was?
You remember what your guess was?
I guess like May something. May 6th or something.
That's what I heard today. May 5th.
May 5?
pardon me?
Courses are opening this weekend
That's
in
what
Saskatchewan.
I said. So we'll see.
That's fine. That's what I thought.
We will have
Yeah,
3
but
rounds
you
in by
said it
then.
as like almost a joke.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Well,
As
the amount of snow that we got, I figured we might be. And
Well, the
usually
snow
there's.
that's been gone for a
Well, I
week
know, but
already?
usually there's one more. Right?
Yeah.
It is actually supposed
So
to snow on Monday. but
Dunes is opening on the 19th. Elmwood has their tarps off, so they're going to be soon.
Elbow's probably open.
S-Van's opening this weekend.
Yeah, so lots of openings. We're in that point of the season, so we're going to have to travel, I guess, if we want to play prior to May 5th. That's wild. Yep. We're also members of the Churchill family. Celebratory Rory lawnmower for me tonight. Canoop tonight. Bronell tonight.
Yep.
Harv. No.
Okay.
No. You had that one azalea this week.
Two more just sitting there, man.
Yeah,
I
there's
don't
2
even- I
right
don't
there.
even-
And last but not least, we're members of the Mecklenburg Financial Group family. Just a reminder for those of you that didn't tune into last week's episode and they just came here to listen to Rory. You're cordially invited to the Hidden Gem of Real Estate Investing Self-Storage on April 29th at Lucky Bastard Distillers. If you're in the Saskatoon area, reach out to RSVP at MFG, Mecklenburg Financial Group Limited, LTD.com. RSVP at MFGLTD.com. Find out more about the self-storage world, I've been raving about for the past year and a half. Again, a little bit outside of the current volatility that is the stock market. So might be time to diversify into some actual hard assets, and this is one of those ways to do it. And last but not least, we are done the Sask bracket, but we're not done with the Rusty Shovel promos. You'll recall last year around this time, we did the same promo, but Sean reached out on Masters Sunday and said, hey, let's run this again. 20% off putting green kits for the next couple weeks. So 20% off. Like, that's a good chunk of change for a putting green.
I might have to call them.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you might get 21%.
I think we're getting rid of the pool. It's seen better days. It's got some holes in it. I'm done
And that's a
fixing it.
perfect spot for a
And
putting
it's
green.
literally a perfect spot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's probably lots of listeners that have a perfect spot for their putting green. So if you're thinking about going down that road or maybe just want to get a quote, reach out to Sean at therustyshovel.ca, SEAN, Sean, at therustyshovel.ca.
The best way to spell it, some say.
Yeah, and he'll hook you up with it.
I hope he runs this promo next year because I think I got one more year left in my pool.
Yeah.
And then it's just going to be too small. And
Yes.
Well,
I
if your
got the
pump
perfect
breaks,
spot.
if your pump breaks this year, let me know. I got one.
I don't think they're the same.
I'm pretty sure we could retrofit it. We could do
Maybe
something.
We can figure something out.
My 3-month-old dog would just tear that ass up.
The putting green?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would just like run all over it and
It
rip
could
it
piss
up
all over. It
somehow.
wouldn't get yellow.
Yeah, I know he could piss on it, but
Since
He'd
we're
rip
talking about
around
dogs
on it.
before we get into my week, you know what? I'm going to go first in weeks and parlay it into the dog thing. So
Ever?
my daughter had a friend over. So our dog, as you guys know, hasn't really taken a liking to people very much. So we're kind of, there's that little seed of doubt of we've been working diligently to try to train this dog, like with kids giving him treats and reading up on ways to train. We have not taken it to a dog class, so I think that's our last resort. But she did bite one of my daughter's friends.
Really?
Like
Bit her
a full-on
hand,
bite?
like bit her hand and broke skin. So not great. So we're kind of to the point now where we might either take it back or just take it back to the
Put it
Humane
down.
Society or put it down. I don't want
it's
to
not
put it
getting
down,
put down.
but yeah,
I've seen
take
dogs
it
get
back.
put down for less.
Well, my dad had a 1-bite rule out at the farm, and our dog at the farm bit my cousin, and he had the gun, and he was going to shoot it, and my mom begged him not to shoot that dog.
Really?
Lasted 10 more years after that. But that dog was dying 10 minutes after it bit my cousin.
Probably should have been a 2-bite rule then.
Yeah. Yeah. So there is a thing in insurance called no free first bite. So if a dog bites someone that comes on your property, you can actually be sued for that.
My dog bites everybody right now,
Yeah.
but he's
But
3 months.
Yeah. And so she
Yeah, but
broke
that's different.
this dog broke skin, so it's like my wife, we've kind of had the chat. My kids might not be listening to this podcast, hopefully, but that dog might be going back. Can't have a dog. We have 2 small nieces that live 2 houses
Yeah.
away from us. They can't even come in our house if we're
Yeah.
afraid they're going to get bit.
Yeah.
Got to take that dog back.
So
Get a shock collar.
I've had these thoughts. What do you just take it to the
Well, we
Humane
haven't-
Society and say, hey, I don't want this thing
Well,
anymore?
because we
This
got it
thing.
from the Humane Society, and they said it was great with kids. And then, within 3 days after getting it, our kids, when we went to go look at it, ran up to them, gave it hugs. It was a very good dog that day. And then we went back the next day to just double check the theory. Still good with the kids. Brought it home 3 days later after it stopped being timid. Just a wild animal for the last 6
That might
months.
speak to you as dog owners.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, so
it just
the only-
doesn't respect your.
Yeah, and the only thing we
Discipline.
haven't done,
Yeah.
we haven't done the shock collar thing. So we might get an e-collar too and just shock the shit out of it.
Yeah.
But when
Which that's I don't know.
when
that
it's
doesn't feel-
going near the kids,
Yeah, then it'll be afraid of people, and it's kind of counterproductive.
yeah,
But my kids won't take it for walks because, not that it goes after other dogs, but they're just nervous, right?
Yeah.
They don't want a kid to come run up. Can I pet your dog? And then all of a sudden it
Yeah.
bites him while the kid's got it on a walk. So I don't know. I mean,
I mean, they
deep
shouldn't
down,
be doing that anyway.
deep down, I'm not attached to this dog yet, so I'll send that thing back.
Yeah.
But so yeah, that was really. It's funny that it came up because that was really the only thing I had to talk about. It's just the calm before the storm of ball season and golf. So just trying to enjoy this last week and spent a pile of time watching the Masters. Other than the first hydro seeding job of the year took away my Friday at the Masters. Put in a 15-hour day. So those will be few
Too
and far
much.
between this
Yeah.
year. Booze count though, had 13 drinks this week. Wife and I had a few on Saturday night, and then a couple more or a couple before on Friday. So 13. I'm at 253. And I walked another 45 kilometers, so that was 15 drinks, so 2 to the positive again.
Nice.
So I have 182 in the bank, and I'm at 253.
You walked the same amount of kilometers this week as last?
No,
the
less.
exact same?
Less.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Thought maybe
Less.
you were just starting to.
Starting to make them
Yeah,
up like your
little
booze count.
fishy.
It's like his
Little
booze count.
fishy, yeah.
Like his booze count.
Well, yeah, that's. Yeah.
No, walked. Well, Friday I wasn't around all day, so I didn't get any in on Friday, and Masters Sunday barely had any too. So tried to bank some on Saturday with a couple long walks, but yeah, that's it for me.
I'll go next.
Yeah.
I go next. I'll
Sure.
be really quick. We got to get to the Masters talk here.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
Arv?
Sure.
Yeah, I just been fucking around with the new puppy, and baseball's starting up, and coaching a bit, and indoors, which I don't like at all. It's
Oh,
just
it's
like
annoying.
indoor
Sucks.
golf.
Yeah.
Same thing, really.
Yeah.
Everything's so crammed in there, and
No structure. Don't have an infield. Can't like break
don't
up
have
the
an
infield,
infield.
outfield.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's
Yeah.
you guys are doing it at Yara, right? Not at
Half at Yara, half at
Sun.
Southern. Yeah. We were Southern tonight. It's okay. Like, you got 4 kind of stations, like hitting and pitching,
Yeah.
What time are you there?
right after your kid.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, doing that, and then we've playing a lot of backyard baseball. So my kids, I pitch to them both. Like, I'm the pitcher, and then they take turns hitting, and the other one's in the field,
Yes.
and they just love it. Like, they're so competitive, and
Good.
That is fun.
they get mad.
Then they get to the point where they don't even want to do it anymore, which sucks.
Yeah. Well, right now they just they want to play it all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, I gotta make supper, you guys. Fuck. But it's good. They're into it right now anyway. So
Yes.
that's it.
How many beers?
I had 8 drinks this week, so I'm just chipping away with kind of 1s and 2s here and there.
Less than 9 though, Harv.
Yep.
Yeah, maybe it's the new normal, but we'll see when summer hits.
2
Two
in the last
tonight,
3
but-
weeks. Less than 9.
Last 2 weeks, 17 the week before, but
Eh.
177 and 103, so
Nice.
pretty good pace actually.
Yeah, it's not bad. One set like that's like 6, 7. Like you can keep it under 700. That's respectable in our circles.
I'm turning 40 this year. Like, I got to make some changes around here, so
That's the one you want
You
to
could go the other way though and just lean in.
could just start hitting the whiskey.
Imagine if you're just drinking 13 whiskey drinks every week.
Yeah,
No mix.
I mean, no mix. It's probably better for
every
you.
day.
who knows?
All right, go ahead, Canute.
Quick one for me. Did go home on the weekend. My grandpa turned 90.
happy
and
birthday,
actually,
Gramps.
My grandparents had their 65th wedding anniversary as well. So same time, we had a little bit of a get together on Saturday.
65 is a big one.
Yeah,
My
it's a-
grandparents did 65 too.
So it's pretty cool. So happy birthday!
They get
Ed.
like a thing from like the Queen or something.
No, not that I know of. They didn't.
They
show.
probably
They
get something.
probably will, I think.
Yeah,
That's a thing.
yeah. They get
If
like
you
a
get to 65.
certificate or something, and
What's the
pretty
65th
cool.
anniversary? Like the diamond anniversary, or the
yeah, it's something like that.
Is it just like 60 and 70 don't have anything? It's 65
60
specifically?
has something too.
I think anything after 50 is.
70, I don't think
Oh.
has anything because it's just so rare.
That's a long time.
It is a long time.
95.
Yeah,
You gotta be married at 20,
20,
and both
20
live
years
to
old, yeah.
90.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
they're both pretty healthy actually. So never know. And then just watched a ton of golf, which was fantastic, especially Sunday. Thursday and Friday not so much, but Saturday and Sunday we.
Well,
we
you
did
working?
watch quite a bit. I was, yeah. Had a bunch of stuff to do. Those 2 days had to
Bunch.
drive.
Hmm.
It was
Oh, that's
unfortunate.
why driving. Yeah.
Mind you, you're not I'm fully a guy that's phone on this.
Oh,
I-
man.
absolutely.
I have the
Yes.
so I have the digital speedometer and the old school speedometer to the
Yeah.
right. I don't need digital if I got a phone
Yes.
there, so I still have a general gauge of how fast I'm going.
So with my truck, it's got a little camera on the left, a little camera on the right. So when I looked down to watch golf, it kept buzzing at me to keep my eyes on the road. So it was actually
Oh.
quite a little bit of a piss off.
You could turn that off, I'm sure.
I got to be able to
Yeah.
somehow, but haven't
sure.
figured it out.
It's like
Um,
when we were in Florida, the vehicle we were driving had like the speedometer like on the windshield.
Oh, one of
Oh, yeah,
those.
the
Yeah,
And that is fucking annoying.
Yeah, I
it's
didn't
the
like
worst. It's
I
so
had
hard to
that once,
see
too.
too.
Yeah. Like I'm just always looking at it. Like I'm
Yeah.
not like you're
Not
looking
looking at the
straight, then
road.
you're just like, what's that? It's in miles. Like I don't know.
5 drinks for me this week, so it gets me to 47 on the year.
Guess you really didn't celebrate then
No.
the birthday.
No.
and
Drowned his
anniversary.
sorrows.
Yeah.
That's what he did.
Yes.
I'll go last. Same as bro now. Like my kids they're out of nowhere big into baseball. We're playing in the basement with like a softball.
Those are the best games. Yeah.
So then it's just like I have to hit them with the ball to get them out, and I just whip that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Like it is just the best. Like taking
You got
some
like a
anger.
little pudgy bat or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just basement baseball. So we've been playing that a lot. We got like one of those, what are they, rebound machines? So that's the strike zone and
Oh, yeah.
works pretty good. So did that. Coached a hockey tournament this weekend. For
How'd you
spring
do?
hockey. We won the tournament, so got a little revenge on the team that whooped us in the round robin. We beat them 4-2 in the final. So,
Nice.
so
Were you
that was-
coaching just one team this weekend?
Then off to Winnipeg, and then watched quite a bit of golf. Even watched the playoff at swimming lessons last night, so had it on my phone there. And then I watched. You guys ever watch a show that just makes you like think about your own death?
All the time.
All the time.
So I watched
Every show.
this. I don't know. Maybe you guys have watched it, but we watched this. It's called Dying for Sex on Disney. And it's supposed to be like, I thought it was like this. It's like after a podcast. They made this podcast of this person who got cancer and like basically divorced her husband and like just started being a big time sex fiend.
Okay.
And so it started off kind of funny and some funny things happening. And then like 4 episodes in, it's just like their descent into like death. And it just made me start thinking about death. And it was just the worst.
Oh, yeah.
No, the only time I think about it is when I'm on high buildings with those, or high spots where it's like, I just kind of want to jump.
Don't jump. Don't
Oh,
jump.
You
don't
kind of
jump.
wait.
You don't have that thought?
The thought to jump?
Jump.
Never once in my life.
Can you?
No, mine's the opposite of okay. Don't jump.
Yeah,
don't
mine's
jump,
the
don't
opposite.
jump.
Like, get back as far as you
Yeah.
can.
No, but mine's like more of like, what if I jumped?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can
I'm the
honestly
same as
I
you.
have never thought that once in my
Serious.
life on a high.
Anytime I'm anywhere remotely close to something tall, like I'm terrified of the height itself, but I'm like, what if?
You don't.
What
You know
if
what
that
if
one
though?
voice
You're
wins,
dead.
right? What if the one?
Oh,
voice
there are
wins?
lots of times.
You
So
know the what if though. You're fucking dead.
yes,
Don't let the intrusive
we've talked.
thoughts
Have we
win.
not talked about this before? When I'm driving home from Saskatoon across the causeway. Okay, so you know when you get down to Buffalo Pound Lake,
Yeah.
you're coming to Moose Jaw
Yeah.
from Saskatoon, and there's that turn to the left to
Mhm.
go across the bridge. Every single time I drive over that, every single time without fail, I just want to drive straight ahead into the water. And this is
want to?
I want to. Just to like, I've already thought about it. I'm like, I'll just roll down the windows. I'll jump out. I just want to know what it's like to just drive
What
straight
about
into
your
that water.
What about your phone though?
Oh, don't worry.
It
I've
goes
thought
out
about that.
first.
It's hilarious you said it. Why do you think I'm rolling down the window? To throw my phone on the road, drive in, and then just get out of my car.
Wrap it up in a towel or something first. Throw it out.
But like, so I've told my wife this plenty of times, and she's like, "Well, that's what you should just need to go skydiving. Just go skydiving, jump out of something, free
Ew.
fall, and
It's
do it."
fun.
So
You
I've,
do it, yeah.
you did it 2 years ago.
Might as
Yeah.
well bungee jump then too.
I have that all the time. It's
That you
nonstop.
want to jump.
Jump, just the.
Anyways, this
free
show
fall.
it was like they're
Let's get to the Masters here.
death.
Yeah, sorry.
And,
Now
it's
people
just
tune
like,
in for it.
what happens when you get old and you're just like in a
Yeah.
bed just waiting to die? Like it'd be
Yeah.
the worst.
Oh yeah.
So anyways, I watched golf on Sunday to cheer me up and won a championship. So
Yes.
I'm off the death dog.
Good
I'm
day.
living forever.
Yeah, nice.
That's it.
Yeah, let's get to them. Oh wait, I had one drink, so I'm at 87 on the year.
One forced vodka drink.
Forced.
Yeah.
Forced. You literally did not want that.
It was pretty good though.
What if that was the reason that Rory won?
What if?
What if? Let's talk about it.
That'd
We're
be
20
almost
minutes
like you
in.
believe in omens or jinxes. So I don't think you could
Omens
say
are different than jinxes.
omens are different than jinxes.
Yes.
Do you
I
want
think
to?
so.
Do you want to get?
Ay, ay.
Do you want to
they're
get
all on the
my my thought out of the way early that I mentioned before this show? Rory McIlroy winning the Masters
Mm.
is, in my mind, I don't even think it's arguably anymore. It's more impressive than Tiger. Not more impressive from the pressure perspective of it. It is the biggest victory in golf history for me. Like
From the
pressure-wise,
Mm.
like the amount of pressure
It's
that
the
guy's
greatest
had.
moment in golf history.
It's certainly it's not necessarily the greatest moment, but pressure-wise, it absolutely is.
When you factor everything in, I think it is.
Like
the
the
11-year break, the struggles he's had at this place.
Yes.
It was a legacy-defining win.
Yes.
And he got it done at the Masters.
Like,
The
Tiger-
Masters, not the PGA.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
And
Spieth
that's the
might
whole
do.
thing. The thing about Spieth is like Spieth gets the Grand Slam later this year, even, or even 5 years from now. The pressure has not been on Spieth every time to he's got to get the Grand Slam. He's got to get like the Rory pressure. That can you imagine like today if he didn't win, even if it just wasn't in the fashion that happened. Like he has to deal with another full year of pressure every year, and he's done that for 11 years.
He
I
made
think-
his own bed there, though.
I do. think
Tiger
that
got it done early.
Yeah.
He got it done in the first 4
Yeah,
years
but that's
of
what
being
I'm
on
saying.
tour or whatever.
But it's not comparing it to Tiger
Yeah.
because Tiger got it done in 4. He never had this
I
type
mean,
of pressure.
oh yeah, I get the pressure part for sure, but it's not the greatest. It's not the greatest moment in golf history.
It's the greatest
It's
pressurized moment in history.
I think
It,
you're
was
factoring
arguably
everything
the
in.
greatest
I
Masters
could get-
in golf history as far as like ups and downs and ebbs and flows
Yes.
and everything like that. I would agree with you there.
Because
Yeah.
you talked about obviously completing the Grand Slam, right? But he also hasn't won a major in what was it, 11 years as well,
Like
right?
that. This
Yeah,
is
So
his latest
major,
major
yeah.
too.
It's not just he hasn't won the Masters, right? To complete the Grand Slam, he hasn't even won a major in that time. So that also keeps on all of that, right? So, I could get with you there.
Like, I think also his reaction, like, just shows how much pressure it had.
Yes.
Like the fact that he literally made that putt and just started basically bawling.
Oh, it was the greatest reaction ever.
Like that putter
think it
throw
was
is
too.
still unbelievable to me that he like lets go of it halfway up and it just like goes wherever it goes.
I thought it was weird. Like it didn't even look like he was moving his arms that fast. And
Yeah,
it
and just
still
flip-
just like
Yeah.
flipped up in the air. Probably
But-
took a
But
chunk
that
out of the
pressure thing,
green.
like that could
Oh,
lead.
man.
That could lead to now that it's off his shoulders. That could lead to 3 or 4 more majors. in
It's-
his
I
career. He's
agree.
only 35 years old. Like he's
Phil won at 52.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't know if it
50.
I've been thinking about that too since it happened. On one hand, it's like that pressure could relieve him to the point that he does so much, but at the same time, it could go the complete opposite
Yeah.
way. He's done.
Doesn't
Yeah,
give
Like
a
I've
shit,
done
just-
it all.
Yeah,
goes to live.
I got
but
it.
he's young enough and still hitting it so fucking far that
Yeah.
it's like he almost has to win again.
Yeah.
Still,
I had several people text me and they're like, "How he's playing with Bryson and out driving him on all his holes?" I thought Bryson was the long drive guy. It's like, yeah, but Bryson is the long drive guy because he told everyone he
Yeah.
was. Like everyone on tour knows that Rory's the longest because he's just so effortless.
Yeah.
And it's just, yeah, like seeing him miss that
Thought
putt on
Pockrider
18.
was the longest.
Pockrider, yeah. But seeing him miss that putt on 18, like after all the up and down of what Sunday was, and he misses that, and then it's like he's got to go back out and play a hole against arguably a killer in Rose.
Yeah.
That guy's
Yeah.
built for Ryder Cups and for all this stuff. It's just like, yeah, he's just gonna
I
come
think
in
it
with
helped
no
him.
pressure.
I think it helped him that he was playing against his good friend, though.
Yes,
I think that helped him.
I
If he
do-
goes out
yeah.
in the playoff against Aberg, he is losing that playoff.
I think just the fact
I
that he
think.
was playing in a playoff helped him, because like the thing is, he beat the shit out of Bryson, the guy that he thought he had to beat. He beat. It just
Yeah.
didn't. He didn't happen to
He
see
beat
the
him
guy.
in match play. He shot one over.
I know, but you know what I
yesterday.
mean. No, he was playing the guy that he was playing with.
Yeah.
and that was his problem. Is
And just
you
like
got it. You can't forget
in
about
that playoff.
Yeah.
Yes.
3 weeks ago or whatever.
like
it was.
you can't forget about those random guys that shoot 66s on Sunday with 10 birdies.
Everyone, like, I mean, I put it in our poll on it was Rory or Bryson. Everyone was. That's what it was going to be. That was the only 2 guys that were.
Yes.
Anyone thought were going to win.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but
It's
this
like,
happens.
okay, well,
and this
Connors
happens
is only
lots,
4
right?
back,
Yeah.
and these other guys at 6 could shoot 65, 66.
Well,
But
before the day started, I was looking to make some bets, and I thought like, there's no one coming back below Bryson. Like it's just too far. Rory's not going to go out and shoot even par 1 over.
Yeah.
Like it's just not going to happen.
He
Whoever
just
gets
came
to
off
like,
back-to-back 66s.
yeah,
so,
Yes.
whoever gets to like 12, 13, 14, like is going to win. And 12 would have done it. Like all he
Yeah.
had to do was shoot par, and he would have been
Well,
good.
and that's the thing too, is like if you're thinking about him in that round, like he throughout the entire round, other than after hole 1, he was beating Bryson. He's beating Bryson. Then the shock that probably occurred was on 13 because he was still beating Bryson pretty well there, but he can't tell that Rose is just about to make back-to-back and get to 11, and then he doubles, and now all of a sudden he doesn't have the lead anymore. You're not even thinking about that, and then the scoreboard shows, and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And then he turned it on for a brief period there, and then he's like, okay, I got it. He kind of reeled it back in. But then it gets to 18. It's like, okay, I just got to go finish this thing, and then that's where a whole nother pressure
Yeah.
piles on top of it.
Did you guys think he was making the putt on 18 the first time?
Yes, absolutely.
No,
you did. I didn't
I didn't
think so.
Oh, I thought for
after
sure.
that second shot, and then the bunker shot wasn't very good. Like
Yeah.
I thought there was no I'm like this playoff.
Well, he missed opportunities on 15 and 16. Like 16 was makeable too.
15
was
didn't
very
even hit the
makeable.
hole. Like
Well,
that
That
was
wasn't
a
even
terrible
close.
putt.
It was such a. So
Well,
after
even
that,
go,
that's
you can go
why I
back to
thought 18.
14.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if we go back to 14, he was just off the fringe. That was only like 8 feet.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that good.
Yeah.
He was just off the back, like right on the fringe. But I mean, if we're counting holes backwards here,
That's right.
the guy that plays balls out all the time lays up on 13.
Yeah.
Like that's
That was the correct play.
It was
No,
the smart play.
it-
Like,
not
yeah.
to that spot though. He had a layup to where Reed laid up to.
Yeah.
There was
or
nothing
it's-
wrong with
or,
where he was.
Or
He was trying
just
to get
hit
a
it,
better
just
angle,
hit
I
it
thought,
into
yeah.
the
Yeah, he had
middle of the
perfect
green.
angle.
Like there's people talking about it at that time and today. Like that might be the worst golf shot hit by a pro in a long
Oh,
time.
it's the only thing you can't do, and he did it, and you just hit it up to that ridge and let it
yes.
trickle down.
Yeah, but
True, yeah.
when
if it
Reed
doesn't,
did it,
who
he was
cares?
straight on. And you just hit it and let it come right back down.
Yeah.
He was off to the left,
Yeah,
and
the
now you make it
angle.
a smaller,
Yeah, it's a smaller area.
like
He
smaller width,
he missed
but
his
longer
target by
to-
25 yards on a
Yeah.
70 or 80 yard
I
shot.
think it was 90 yards. I think is what it was.
85.
Like
yeah.
that
Yeah.
is, it's one of the worst shots
Absolutely.
hit by a pro, and it was in the lead.
And then
at
2
the
holes
Master.
later, he hit probably one of the best
shots.
like,
Yeah.
insane.
So here's a question for you guys. So yes, there's no doubt it was the most unbelievable Sunday, stressful, highs, lows. But was it scripted?
Everything is.
Like
Like that start was four.
He
What was it?
doubles
4,
one.
4 or 3 and 4, 3 2-shot swings in 4 holes.
Well, he hits the top of the bunker on both holes. Like he's carried those bunkers before this week, right?
Yes. Yeah. Saturday he flew it by 10 yards.
Yeah. I'm just like, okay, he's not really destined to win this thing. But then he got the break on 11, and he got some breaks too.
He did
Like,
say after the round in that post-game interview, if you will, he said that the double really calmed him down for the day. He said making that double. He said,
Oh, on
okay,
one, yeah,
on
yeah,
one. He's
yeah.
like, I really settled in after that because it's like, oh, well, now what? Like, what else can happen?
Yeah.
Right? I'm
Yeah.
just gonna go out and play my game.
he's better as a chaser,
Yeah.
right? He played better when he was back was
Everyone
up against the
knows
wall.
he's always better, at the
Right?
chaser. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
He's John Rahm.
Yeah.
Right.
That Mr.
But-
Irrelevant.
You still have 4 more to go, buddy.
Nope.
There-
T14.
But
with 7 other guys.
I think that's the whole angle behind Rose, and there's always that maybe 1 or 2 guys that like have those unbelievable Sundays, and it's just
Yeah.
will the leader hiccup enough that it's enough to catch him, and that's
Yeah.
I mean the craziest part about this, we're talking about Rory bogey in 18, but like that birdie on 17
No,
for that ball to
that might be the
hit-
shot of the tournament.
Yeah.
That might be better than 15.
like the amount that it rolled up after like
was
into the
197.
upslope, into the upslope. And-
the shot on 15 was the best.
It was
Like-
fuck.
It was
I
very,
mean, the
very
shot-
good.
The playoff shot to 2 feet.
Yeah.
in
Yes.
those-
I mean,
that-
Why
that
didn't he
putt-
do that the first time?
The winning putt was left of center and almost didn't go in.
I thought
Yeah,
he
it was
pulled
alright.
it, and I
It
thought
wasn't
it was
bad.
missing left.
it did look like that. He
Yeah.
he did a few interesting things. Like he had 5 consecutive threes on the back nine there.
Saturday,
He made
yeah.
4
Yeah.
double bogeys.
He made
The
4
only guy
double
to ever
bogeys.
win
Six
with
Watched
4
consecutive-
Bridgerton all week.
Yeah.
6 threes to start Saturday.
Yeah.
What else did I have on here? I mean, we covered most of it. Like those 2 shots. I guess 3 if you factor in the playoff approach
Yeah.
shot too. Like
Like
3 of the best in Masters history.
Well,
I've
and then
just been
some of
watching-
the shots on the front nine when he was in the tree trouble. Like he hit that high 9
Yes.
iron through that
the
window.
window, he had 2
On
windows
seven-
that he did.
He got
unreal.
that one lucky break, right? Clipped the tree and ended up right by the
Yep.
hole.
Yep.
Didn't make birdie
Didn't
there,
make
but
the putt though.
was that 9?
Yeah.
Or
9? Yeah, I think it was 9.
No, he bombed it on 9. Would have been.
Oh yeah,
7.
9. He was way down there.
Wasn't it 7?
7? Yeah.
7.
But,
But
at the end of the
oh
day,
my
I mean,
God.
legacy saving win.
he is
Because like he
is
blows
kind-
this one, he'd never getting back again.
I don't know how long it would be. Like this one is soul crushing.
4 up with 5 to play or whatever, 6 to play. Yeah.
as much
Oh.
as I kind of wanted to see it happen, the crumble, because I think the
course you did.
narrative,
course, yeah.
would have been too much for me. I'm
think-
glad he ended up winning because
He would.
like you're
I
not
don't
coming
know.
back from
I
that.
don't think
Like,
so. I don't
US
think so.
Open,
You
and then
tried your
this
best, man.
happens, and then like, oh man,
You
I
tried
just-
your best. You really did. You really went.
What was
all
the
out.
final count?
Well, it was in the 30s. Somewhere.
Yeah, I thought so.
I was
30
cheering.
jinxes.
I didn't start with him as my number one on the day, but as the round went on, I
can't do
was
that.
cheering for him. Yes, you can.
No, you can't.
Absolutely, you can.
You can't skip lunch, and you can't do that. Did you guys see
But-
his daughter make that putt on the par 3?
He was almost like he was destined after
Yeah.
that. Like
That was unbelievable.
Yeah.
foreshadowing.
Oh man, you saying that though, like, I honestly don't know what would happen to Rory McIlroy if he lost yesterday.
I don't
Like,
know.
I don't know. And now it's funny because that's one thought, but the fact that he did do it,
Yeah, and then
he
you're
is
watching
one
golf,
of the
Complete
5 best
180.
golfers
Yeah.
of all time.
Complete 180. Yeah.
and now you're watching Golf Channel after, and they're talking about him winning all 4 this year now.
Plus the
Little-
players, because he's already won the players.
Yeah.
Like,
Plus
how
two
is
Oh,
it
they're
with
setting
that?
up well.
Yeah, he's got the Scheffler season, not JT.
He's got the right schedule for it.
Yep.
Quail, where he plays, he's won 5 or 6
4
times.
times, yeah.
4 times.
So like,
Uh,
yeah.
Oakmont, which
at
sets
home,
up well.
Port
Northern
Rush.
Iron and
Oakmont.
Oakmont sets
So
up
is
well for him.
he
Yep.
is he Mount Rushmore
There's no
now?
trees.
I don't think so.
No,
Who is?
no. He's not ahead of Arnold Palmer yet.
No, Arnold, Jack, Tiger, and him.
No,
Yeah.
he's.
I think
he's,
Phil has a better career than him.
There's
He's got the
100%.
career.
Phil's got
Grand
more
Slam.
wins and
100%.
the same amount of majors. He just
More
doesn't have the
majors.
slam.
The
Phil has
slam.
more.
One more.
There's only 6 guys in history that did it.
I don't think that puts him up there.
The other 5 are ahead.
Not
of him.
yet. Anyways,
think-
not yet.
Sarazen's ahead of him.
Nah.
Hogan's ahead of him.
Maybe Hogan. Maybe. I think he's on it, Harv. Don't you?
Well, I think like Sarazen's ahead of him.
No way.
Players ahead of him.
Player isn't. Because I just
Okay.
can't stand that guy.
Well, Ben Hogan. Ben
We'll
Hogan
get to
doesn't.
Gary Player in a little bit.
I mean,
But-
is Snead? Kind of has to be, doesn't he? He's one of the most
Yeah.
as chintzy as some of the
Wow.
wins are.
I honestly think that
Beat
the
himself
Grand
that one
Slam,
day.
the Grand Slam is worth 20 wins.
Yeah, but Palmer won like 4 Masters and didn't win a PGA.
So he's on it though.
Okay.
I said Palmer, Nicholas, Tiger, and Rory.
I don't think
Ahead
that
of
is it.
Ben Hogan? Rory? I don't think so, man.
Well, Ben Hogan isn't one of the 6, is he?
Wow. Still.
I think Phil has a better career right now than.
It's worth
Think
20
Rory.
wins. I just said
Nah, It
that.
doesn't matter.
I don't think Phil has a better career.
No way.
They have the same amount of majors.
No, Phil has one more.
All right, that last one.
I don't know, man. I think
It's tough. It's tough.
it's very
It's very
tough.
tough. Yeah.
I don't think Phil's allowed to be on it because he's on live.
It is Hogan on that list as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Nicholas
Sarazen,
Woods.
Hogan, Player, Nicholas, Woods, and Rory.
I think Rory gets there by
so
the
it's
end now.
Arnold, that's not on there yet.
I think by the end of Rory's career, he's on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Now
'Cause
that
he can
he's
win-
gonna win
Because he
5,
can
10
win
more?
10 more
10
more
more
events at
Yeah.
least.
At least. Yeah.
And 3 more majors, probably.
might win 10
What's he
more
on,
this year.
30 PGA Tour wins.
30 now, or 29.
Let's go to other
Just
guys. 'cause
crazy
there
that-
was a lot.
What
Crazy
about
they
the
put
reaction? And, like, what did you guys think of the... Like, you mentioned the walk, leaving his family
Oh,
in the dust.
So I
thought
said
it
that
was
to my
very
wife.
Weird.
I said that to
But-
my wife too, but it almost made it better for me.
I
'Cause
mean,
it
he
seemed
full
like her-
on blacked out. He couldn't tell you what
Yes,
he did.
I
Yeah,
agree.
that's
and
right.
his I mean the
I went...
issues, if you want to call him that, with his wife.
Yeah.
And his daughter seems like she is so anti
She didn't
everyone.
want anything.
Yeah.
So it's
Yep.
like mom stayed with the daughter, and then him walking by himself, like with that close up camera view,
Yeah.
was like surreal.
The
As a
girls
moment
didn't
for
know
him,
what to
it
do.
was fantastic.
Like,
They were... It was awkward because they
Yeah.
didn't know what to do because everybody else was coming in and congratulating him. And
Yeah.
I mean,
But
you
what a
let-
job! What a job by CBS again, though. Like
Yeah.
They
just
just
not
saying
talk.
anything and
Shane
Trevor
Lowry.
And
Immelman
all-
is unbelievable.
Yeah.
So oh yeah.
Like
and I was
he's-
sitting.
He's better than Nance.
Oh,
I
I
think.
think so. Yeah.
I think Jim Nance is overrated. I mean,
I knew
And
you'd
that
say
whole-
that. I fucking knew
that
you.
whole
he
walk-
is. He just
I
says the same things
Yeah,
every year,
yeah.
and people just
And
blow
his
their
tag-
loads over this.
Yeah.
And they're just like,
And his taglines
Hello,
are nowhere
friend.
near
Yeah.
Joe Buck is the king of like the good taglines. And now Brian Anderson, like big Christmas last year when he hit that home run in the playoffs. Like Brian Anderson's one of the best on TNT, but I agree that Nance is overrated. But
Not
that
overrated.
whole walk, I'm at my parents' house because I drove over there for my dad's birthday supper for the playoff. And that whole walk, I'm just telling my family, like, where's Lowry? Where's Lowry? Where's Lowry? And then just his face lighting up
Oh, yeah.
when he saw him. It's like he's definitely looking at Shane Lowry right
Yeah.
now.
And Tommy Fleetwood was there, too. So.
Like, that's cool.
It was pretty neat that Rose's wife was there too and had gave him a big hug and
Yeah. Well, the Ryder
congratulations.
Cup
We're so
stuff,
happy.
right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I might cheer for Justin Rose to win every major from now on. I love
Yeah.
that guy now.
And
I said at the
I don't
start
know
of the week that
I don't know if you want to
to
go to him next, but for him to lose 2 Masters to 2 of his really, really good
Yeah.
friends is fucking gut wrenching. Like that's
Yeah.
yeah.
I-
Because
but
he was
wants
just
to
like-
win.
yes,
prototypical class after he lost there. Like
absolutely.
I wish that we could have heard more what they said, but
Yeah.
I was impressed with how many people were fucking cheering for him after he made that putt on 18. Like,
Well, what do you think they're gonna do? Sit there and boo him?
not
Like,
boo, but
no.
like I'd been like, okay,
I think
good putt. Like,
if anything now,
well, no, I
That's an
think the
amazing
fact that there's
moment.
no
Yeah, it was.
phones, you're just in
Yes.
it.
yeah.
yeah.
Like
And-
you don't. You're like, yeah, great putt.
That's
you're
the
still
best
way
part
back.
is those boards flip those numbers and those guys are just going nuts. But
I just
you-
feel like I'm missing.
But yeah, we
You
we
know
can
what
go to
would make-
Rose next.
You know what would make this year complete for those guys, though? Winning a Ryder Cup on U.S. soil.
I think we gotta like those teams.
Like,
There were standings online on
Yeah.
Twitter today. Europe's doing it, man.
oh yeah,
I,
they are.
like-
it'll be awesome.
They got the robot now. It's a cheat code.
Yeah. Like,
It's
it is.
like they were already good enough without him,
yeah.
and now they have Aubert.
Like, it's.
Just
Okay,
hopefully
they
his
might
matches
wax
don't
him.
get to 18.
that triple.
Finish
You
that
wanna
thing
talk
on
about
60.
Lucy?
Well, he bogeyed
Well, let's
17
talk
too.
about
but-
Rose. There's a little more like when he was on after on the 14th green, he had a 0.6% chance of winning this thing,
Yeah,
and then went to a playoff. And I mean, his card Sunday what was it 10 birdies?
10 birdies, 4 bogeys, 4 pars.
Yeah,
Yeah.
insane.
Like after Saturday, I thought there was no chance. The way like he played awesome Thursday.
Well, that's the crazy
Friday,
part,
kinda
too.
Neutral.
He's in the playoff, and you forgot until he got in the playoffs that this guy led round 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Like, he just played that
It's
bad on
insane.
Saturday that he took himself out of the tournament,
Yeah.
and then he was right back in it.
a 44-year-old making 10 birdies with the speed of those greens,
Yeah.
like the difficulty of those pins on Sunday is the most impressive stat of the week, I think.
2 straight second place. for
Yeah,
him at
10
majors.
birdies.
I think the craziest, this actually might be crazier than Rory winning, is what would the stories even be if Rose won?
What if he made that par putt on 17?
Yeah.
Like there's a bunch of what ifs.
Like, can you think of the news headlines now? It would be more Rory loses than how crazy of a
Mhm.
return for Rose it was.
Oh, yeah.
Because everyone thought Rory was winning.
Yeah.
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 And Rose's Masters gets somewhat diminished by Rory blowing it.
Yeah.
Like
So
I
it's
would have
good
been
that he
fine
won.
with Justin Rose winning out of everyone else that was up there. But like there's something about him like sometimes like this weekend his little like pre-shot routine
You
like
think he's
his,
fake nice?
his squat pre-shot routine like this weekend I was like, "Yeah, that's all right." But sometimes it just pisses me off when he does that
What
like
about aim point?
yeah, I don't like that either.
Do you got a new pre-shot routine with this new golf
Yeah.
swing? Or?
Absolutely I do. It's so slow.
Oh, I was just gonna say, is it slow or
It
is
is
it fast?
so it takes so much time,
Oh
you guys.
my God.
So
So
Get
we're
ready.
Taking,
Good for
we're
you.
taking the
Good for
gun
you.
away from you then.
I don't need it.
You better get a watch, and then you can just know the number.
Yeah.
Before
get
you-
your
I
I
club
can't wear
right
a
away.
watch though. They bug me.
Well, this-
Yeah. Anyways, that's all I had for Justin Rose. We could talk about Aubert, I guess.
Well, I was hoping you go Reed next.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
sure. Why not
Is he-
Patrick Reed?
Speaking of what ifs,
Because if he makes that putt on 13, he's in the playoff.
Well, he probably doesn't hole out if he makes the putt. Like you can't
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
play
well,
that game.
Maybe.
it's the same as the Habs shootout
Also,
tonight,
that-
right? Harv?
Wow, that played out how it should.
Fucking
His
oh, that's
reaction
pissing
to
me
that
off.
going in, like just a stunned cunt look on his face.
like Michael Block.
Yeah.
It took him like a long period of time to even ask, did it go in? He just like
He was just
stared
so
around.
in shock that somebody was cheering for him. I think.
Good one.
They
Hey,
didn't know
well,
who
so-
hit it.
yeah.
They didn't know who hit it.
Someone posted in the group that this was the largest Masters viewership
Yeah.
since Patrick Reed's win.
Yeah. Why was that one so high?
So was this one
Who was
high
in
because he
contention
was
with him? That's
also in
why.
the running?
Well,
Look out.
Maybe Patrick
Tigers-
Reed brings eyes.
2019 was way down because they moved it to the morning.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was an early
Who
one.
was,
Oh, I
who was
remember
second
that.
and third in reads? Is that what you're
What
looking
year
for?
did he win?
2018.
Because we got to find out who he beat, and that's why the ratings were up.
Well, maybe
If
they
it
were up
wasn't for
this
him.
week because of him.
We were doing this pod when Patrick Reed won.
I
Beat-
remember it.
And I said we
Fowler.
should not do the pod.
Beat Fowler by 1, beat Spieth by 2, Rahm by 3.
Yeah, so those guys. People were watching those guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Spieth,
impressive.
if Spieth's there,
I'll
people are
never
watching.
forget that Masters where his ball just stayed up on 15.
Mm.
There was more tweets about Spieth's nut tap on that guy. This
Yeah, we're gonna
weekend
get to that. We're gonna get to that.
Which was the best with the putter handle.
I did write down that this Masters was almost ruined by Patrick Reed being up there. Like if he would have won, that just would have been the worst.
Imagine like a Reed Bryson final pairing.
But not even that. Just like
Oh
the
my
fact that
God.
like Rory was there. Like Bryson is such a popular figure now for YouTube
Sort of, yeah.
stuff.
That's terrifying.
Rose
to
comes
think of.
back, but then all
Yeah.
of a sudden it's Patrick Reed that wins at the end of the day.
Oh, it
Like,
would have
just
ruined
would've been-
everyone's
be
lives.
crazy.
It just
Yeah.
would have been the worst.
Yeah.
But yeah, who else do we want to talk about?
Bryson.
Bryson, we probably should talk about him. Seemed a little upset that Rory didn't talk to him.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Oh, and then the
See-
video came out of them on one tee, and Rory's like, "Hey, man,
Good luck.
good luck out there," and all this stuff. And it's like, well, yeah, if you're not going to talk to him after the round
Well, here's
starts.
the thing: Bryson's probably not used to playing competitive golf. Like that does they don't
That's right.
talk lots of times. Like he's just
He
used to
doesn't-
playing 54
He
holes
doesn't
with
know
his
what to do
buddies.
on Sundays either. He doesn't know what to do on Sundays. Reed did.
See, I don't
Well,
I
Bryson
don't
did
get
just
the
win the US Open.
outrage, not
Yeah.
outrage that people were upset at what Bryson said, because he just came off the golf course where he played like shit, right, and just was talking. I don't know what happened before that interview, what his context was like, but at least he talked to the media, right? Rory last year just
'Kay.
ran
Yeah, we'll
off.
get
Here's
to
the
that.
thing.
Yeah.
Here's the
At
thing.
least Bryson
Yeah.
stood up there,
Yeah.
answered
He
questions.
did. Yeah, he did.
It was
He
fantastic.
he stood up there and he played the same character that he's been playing for the last 5 years.
So
This guy's
himself.
been playing
So
a fucking
himself.
character
So he's playing
for
himself.
5 years. No,
So
he
he's
is
playing
not.
himself.
He is not. He is still the
He's-
same guy deep
He's
down.
playing the algorithm, is what he's
He
playing.
Is playing.
playing
Yeah, he
himself.
probably
Yeah,
is.
it's
He should
fantastic.
be in Hollywood because he's that good.
No, he's a method actor.
Like he should be doing what Dwayne Johnson did, making the move. Right? You got to make the move eventually to what you're good at and what's going to make you more money.
Well, he is YouTube.
YouTube's
right? That's
got
what,
it.
but he
Uh,
can do both though. That's the thing, is he can play that actor all the time, and make a ton
It's
of
all
money
an
on
act.
his YouTube for it.
Going and putting with those guys the night before, an act. That's an act.
See, why? That's just him. Maybe that's just him.
I mean, it's a cool story.
He wants.
Imagine if you were staying there.
he
and
wants
just
the
Wants
attention.
to hate him
He wa-
so much.
I want to like him actually.
No,
but I
don't
can't.
believe you. I don't believe
But he
you.
just wants the attention
I
on
will-
him
but his
so
character,
much.
So
his
I
character arc
understand
has
that.
evolved.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
His character arc has evolved because, like, when he came on the PGA Tour with those dumb hats and
Yeah.
his swings changed a bunch, it's not
the
as
dew on the balls and
Yeah. So it's evolved a little bit, but still, like, if you were staying and going to the Masters and Bryson DeChambeau walked by and started putting with you,
It would be pretty cool.
it'd be like
Yeah.
the best moment of your life.
No.
I wonder if that YouTube guy that he has following him got it on video.
Talking to Jimmy Hardkay at the Canadian Open would be better than that.
It
already
was
did-
fun.
You already did that.
I
though.
know.
Oh god,
But seriously though, he couldn't hit an iron all week.
it was.
He
bad.
couldn't
Yep.
figure out how
So many of those
far he was
polls.
hitting them.
Did you see that one where it was like he couldn't figure out why his pitching wedge from 171 yards came up short? You were trying to. I mean, his pitching wedge is bent to an 8-iron, so it's not really the same.
Yeah.
But it's just kind of funny that he's like, my pitching wedge from 170 yards is 20 yards short. No shit, man.
Yeah. And so many hooks. Like
So many.
11
Yeah.
obviously was the big one, but
Yeah.
Well, 13 wasn't good either.
no.
Wait, he was in that back on Saturday and Sunday.
I don't know. I told you guys. I thought there was just my theory to it was just all the uneven lies fucks them up. That's my guess.
Yeah, because they
Right,
play
you go to-
easy courses on the live.
Well, you go to any of the U.S. Opens, right? For the most part, they're fairly flat, just really long rough, right? And he's able to use his strength to get it out of there. Where this there's just so many more factors, right,
Mhm.
weighing into hitting those shots, and maybe he just doesn't have that scientific method down.
What about that tweet that came out that said Bryson wants to be paired with Rory because he's just gonna thrive and
Yeah.
Rory's gonna crumble?
Cold takes exposed. There's so many undulations there, though.
It's nuts.
Like,
you
even
see
Ro-
the
Rory-
6T when they were
Yeah.
teeing off on that par 3, like that tee box is there and it drops like 60 feet. It seems like, and there's patrons down there watching
Yep.
from down below, and you don't see. I'll give them credit because normally we don't see that angle,
Yeah.
right? And that's the first time I had seen
Well,
it.
think
and it
how
looks
crazy
unbelievable.
steep
Crazy.
it must be
Yeah.
even behind 12, where like balls are like hard kicking off that back downslope
And then
up
coming
into
back
the
out,
shit and then rolling back
Scotty.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
And just little knobs in the fairway. Like,
Well,
on,
that's what I was
on
gonna
8,
say.
he laid up. Rory laid up out of the
Yes.
bunker on 8, and he's on this down slope on that
Yep.
little knob.
Yeah.
Huge.
Well, even like, pretty much every fairway other than off the top of my head, like 15 seems like it's pretty flat, but like 13, like it's ball
Oh,
above
it's-
your feet,
Yeah, everywhere.
ball below your feet,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's
Most
everywhere.
most lefties ever in Masters history. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of below your feet there.
Yeah, a lot of below your feet. Yeah.
yep.
McCarty. We're going to talk about McCarty.
No.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about. We might as well talk about Jordan Spieth because it's higher on my list here. Did you see him come out and say Augusta like doesn't like them actually talking about all the mud balls they
Yeah.
actually get?
But then he
around that
talked about
place?
it anyways.
But then he talked about it anyways. And then the nut tap, like that was a
Yeah.
full on just nut tap.
Yeah. Someone said it might have been his like agent or something, but I don't know if that's true.
Anyways, he wasn't very good. We got to talk about the pin on 16 on Sunday. Like that sucked.
Mm-hmm.
But
no
it was
fun.
down in the normal spot on Saturday.
Who cares? Put it back
in
there.
preparation.
Back.
Well, it was
Well,
preparation
because
for
they
Sunday.
knew
Yes.
Sunday was going there. Like
Well, and we
not
had to
that they
hear
were
about it.
not that the water's ever in play on 16 unless you're Tiger Woods on Sunday, but well, that's what happened last time he played.
I know.
McCarty hit it in the water on Saturday, and because I needed that, so
Of course he did, but I don't know. Like it was just a 8-iron to
Yeah.
the fattest part of the green.
Yeah.
there wasn't much
well,
space up
Long, you're dead though.
Yeah,
But
but
we didn't see
how
one
many of the
shot long.
last went long.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw a shot long on that.
And
Well,
like you
fringe.
always want to see the chance of catching the ridge
Yes.
and rolling it
In.
Which we
in
saw-
or to inches, right?
We saw a ton of those on Saturday.
and
It was the wrong
Thursday.
day.
It was down there
and
Thursday, too.
yeah. I
Yeah,
thought it
it
was
was
weird when I
silly.
saw it on Thursday. It was a little
I didn't
bit
like it.
it's
over.
way at the back. Yeah,
I didn't like it at all.
Friday was front.
I
right?
also
Yeah.
I also thought the app was pretty overrated this week.
it was
They,
suspect.
they
No,
figured it out, but
Oh,
They were
It wasn't
still
as good.
they were still
Shot by
slow
shot.
on getting shots
It
out
was.
there.
shot by shot was not there this year.
So
A
there's
real
that.
piss off
I guess we talk about Max Homa. Like, is he back?
well,
for 1 week. Yeah.
Yeah.
T12 at a
I
major
did-
when he
Fun-
hasn't made a cut in what
Yeah.
seems like years.
You know who's testing the theory this week? Me in DraftKings.
I have him in picks too.
is he?
Oh, do you?
Is he in the Heritage?
Yeah.
He also hit that guy.
Yeah.
I should have been standing there.
Yeah, why was that? Why was Homa mad about that?
Like
That's
it's
his
on
got in the
Homa.
way.
It's
I
on
agree,
Homa.
It's on Homa.
Is it?
I
Yes.
think so.
Don't hit it at the spotter who you can see standing in the
Exactly.
fairway.
Could he
That's
see
his
him?
line.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
but
say,
don't
"Hey,
just
buddy,
move.
move."
Yeah.
I
Coming
don't know.
right at you.
I'm fully on board that he shouldn't have been standing there,
Nah.
Yeah.
No, that guy's
or at least
job,
he should have maybe looked at the shot coming
No.
at him.
That's the problem. That's why it's on Homa. That guy's job is to tell them when they're off the green. He is looking at the green,
Yes.
not at a guy punching out behind him.
Yeah,
He's got to
The
be
guy,
aware
you know
of
who's
all
the
of
guy?
his surroundings.
You know who's
Yeah.
looking
Head
at
on a
him?
swivel,
the guy
man.
punching out behind him.
exactly.
I'd be aware of everything.
Yeah.
Head on a
Maybe
swivel.
I should do that job next
Do you
year.
think that guy?
It'd be what a job.
So you're telling me
Yeah.
that guy's job is to not look at the people on the green and look at the people behind him?
He doesn't need to look at the people on the green at the entire time. Just glance back once in a while.
Well, that's his
Yeah,
job.
take-
I'm supposed to let the
stare at them like this, like
Yes.
like a fucking robot.
yeah, and
like
then turn
just
around and be like, "Yep,
take
they're
a
off."
peek.
Take a peek back.
But he could. Maybe he
He was
did
in
take
the
a peek back.
bushes.
Yes,
He's
he
in the
took a peek
bushes.
back to the guys on the fairway. How did
They
he
probably
know Max
radioed
in
him or
bushes?
something that said, and he told him home was chipping out. Get out of the way.
A radio.
No
They don't
phones, no
believe in
radios,
radios at
nothing there.
Augusta. Thank you.
We forgot to mention about Aberg. Like, did he cheat?
Oh yeah, that when he marked it ahead.
Oh, I didn't
Potentially.
see that.
So he had his ball marker ahead of his ball, and he
Mhm.
picked up his
Mm.
ball, and put the ball ahead of the marker.
Robots don't typically cheat, but
Yeah,
he
that
might
is
have been. He might have been programmed to do that.
I don't know.
He might have been.
You know what else we didn't talk about is
We still
the
got way more on
the
those.
graphic for the final putt saying 4 career Grand Slams.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
unreal.
Bit of a
Oh.
jinx.
Hilarious that you brought that up. I said to my wife when they said for the Grand Slam the first time,
For
I'm
career
like,
Grand
get that
Slam."
off. I almost posted in our group. I said that. Oh, they jinxed him. Like that is ridiculous.
Could
to
you just
post.
put for the win? Like
Yes. Ridiculous. And then
Yeah,
he
that
missed
was
it,
too
and then I
much.
turned back
It's
to
too
her.
much.
I'm like, see, they fucking jinxed him.
the next one, it should said for all the pressure to be relieved.
Yeah. Or match point number 2. Match point number 2.
Second.
I had Cam Smith written down here. He missed the cut, but I mean, it's probably tough to golf in a 3-piece suit.
That was the definition of trying too hard.
Like, what's the world coming
That
to?
was
if
dumb.
This is what we're
Jason
doing.
Day looked good all weekend though.
What
Yeah,
about
he did.
Hovland's
With all that
smart?
one collar was a little high.
That was
white
super
co-
high. Yeah,
white
that
collar.
white one. Yeah.
Like the mock neck, like the mock turtleneck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was up to his.
Wasn't a mock. It was a
Chin.
full turtleneck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
he
had
played well though.
Jose Luis Ballester, amateur, also missed the cut, but he
The guy who
pulled
took
a
a piss.
Bronell and took a piss in Rays Creek.
I would never piss in the water.
That the crazy part for me is that he didn't just piss behind a tree; he pissed in the water. Like that's
I got no
wild,
problems with it.
isn't it? I mean, it's gonna dilute for sure.
It's all pipes.
It's all pipes.
It's all
you
getting
gotta
to
do
the
with your
ocean
arms.
at some
You
point.
gotta do with your arms.
Yeah. Stop treating that place like it's heaven. Like it's not. It's just a regular golf course.
Yeah, it's looks like heaven.
It's pretty good though. Yeah.
Nick
it's quite good.
Dunlap, tough Thursday. He shot 90, the worst round in 70 years at Augusta.
Yep.
But he did
Came back for Friday.
and shot 71 Friday.
Good for him for not withdrawing though.
Great
Oh,
experience.
I was actually going to say that. Why are these people giving him props for coming back? He's playing the most prestigious golf tournament in
First
the
time
world.
ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the
first
time,
time, yeah.
You're going to expect him to withdraw?
He might never get back there.
I mean, I would have quit.
Yeah. For to Harv's point, there's two thoughts behind he might never get back there. One, because he wants to play it because he might never get back. But two, if he ever gets back and he just like, I gave up that one round of practice on this course
That's right.
because I withdrew because I shot 90.
Yeah, but he was getting tons of like props for coming back
Yeah,
the second
and I
day.
didn't understand it.
Like golfers are like Horschel talked to him after, was like, it's amazing that you stayed out here for this, and it's like,
Yeah. I had a bad day
your
at work
job.
today. I guess
It's a
I'm not
major.
going tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah.
but like how often do people withdraw from majors to begin with that aren't hurt?
Nil.
Yeah, it just doesn't.
Oh, you
happen.
just make up an injury. Tiger does anyways.
Tiger playbook. Yep.
I might have that third lawnmower tonight.
Did you guys see that kind of story about the 19th hole they used to have at Augusta, or they were going to have, and then they scrapped it?
It's kind of neat.
Unbelievable idea.
Yeah.
So they have like it was supposed to be in the original design. They were supposed to have a green behind 18 and a tee box like left of the 18 green, like left and in
4
front.
playoffs?
Four playoffs.
For
with
the
Oh
settle
my
bets.
god,
Like
that
to
would
settle
be
bets with your buddies.
unreal.
And
Like
just-
a
And
par
should
3.
be-
yeah, just like a little play it out.
Yeah, like I think it was 85 or 90 yards.
Yeah.
Oh
Can you imagine if that was for the green jacket? They'd left it there.
no, that'd be stupid.
Well, would it be stupid if it was Masters tradition?
Yeah, it would be.
What if and it just is like a big funnel green, like down to the pin, like who's gonna ace this to win this thing?
Yeah.
Like that would
I
be
think-
pretty cool.
I think if it was just from day one part of the history of the Masters that the playoff was an 85-yard par 3.
And you just went
Yeah.
over and over.
Well,
So
we
but
know
yes.
Rory wouldn't have won after that 85-yard shot he hit on
Yeah,
13.
you might have got
so-
a good kick.
But you would never write it off. You'd think it would be the coolest thing on earth.
In the video that they did for that, they said that the green had one big finger that kind of stuck out where the pin just stayed.
Yeah.
Right, just stayed. So the
And it
better
just
golfers
dropped
would
off a cliff.
the better golfers would go right at the pin, but if you were not as good, you would aim a little further left because it was way wider. So it would give you a chance to win your money back or do whatever else you needed there. So, but it is
Such a cool idea.
that green is actually the practice green. So they did sort of build it, but it's just not a hole.
Yeah.
Essentially. So
I
That's pretty
find
cool.
just as general like thoughts on the tournament, I find it hilarious that they have stands at the driving range.
yeah,
Like they literally have seats,
humongous.
like
Yeah.
stands at the driving range.
Yeah.
You just go and watch them warm up.
Larry David getting a free lesson.
Mm-hmm. Vertical drop, the horizontal tug.
Yeah. This isn't a viewing bench, the guy says, isn't it?
Did someone post that reel of him with the couple that what color's the baby?
Yes.
Yeah. Sam Richardson. I got Bernhard Langer on here. Is his last Masters. He missed the cut. For some reason, Mercedes gave him a vehicle with like all these Masters logos on
That's
it.
his sponsor.
Well, I understand that, but
Yeah.
why are the Masters logos in it?
He's won it twice. I don't know. Played it 40 some times.
Yeah.
It just seems weird.
They gave him quite the tribute before the round.
I
like,
mean,
Yeah.
and I'm not certain about much in my life,
Oh, here we go.
but I am 100% certain
Oh my.
Bernhard Langer has Nazi memorabilia in his
Yeah,
house.
there it is.
100% certain.
Oh.
Like just
stamp it.
yeah. I would take that one to the bank.
He played really well. He
That was awesome.
could have made the cut easily.
I didn't.
He missed by one, didn't he?
Also,
Yeah.
why is he like? Are they forcing him out? Why isn't he playing?
Yeah.
I
He
don't
just
know.
wants to-
Actually.
Feels
That's a
like
good
it could be
question.
a false promise.
Like,
Eh,
why?
I
did
got
make
one more
Sandy
year in me.
Lyle quit?
Yeah, I'm just
Like, you should be able to play till you're
Yeah.
dead.
yeah.
Because how old is Couples?
Nick Dunlap
He's
just shot
65.
90.
No. Yeah, you'd be.
Okay,
I
so
thought he was
just
62.
so just to
62.
confirm, Dunlap's was the worst round since 1970
No, in 70 years.
in 7 years. So Sandy Lyle is not shooting 90 when he came to play. Why wouldn't he come back? A guy just
Yeah,
shot
he
90.
was.
They should have a bunch of guys coming out of retirement next year.
yeah.
He's
He-
60. Couples is 65.
So
That-
2 years
that was
younger
correct.
than.
If anything,
You should get to play till you're dead.
yes.
Yeah.
And it would
And
be
if you shoot
hilarious
120, who cares?
Yeah.
Hilarious
You've earned
viewing.
it. That's the whole point. You've earned it.
Your boy Fred Couples beat Rory on Thursday by one.
He ain't my boy.
Well, I know, but he did
One of
beat
the
him.
most overrated golfers. of
Fun
all
fact:
time.
he did beat Rory, the champion. on
I've been
Thursday.
using overrated a lot today.
I think
Colin Morikawa,
I think
bit
you
of a
should play forever.
letdown of a week.
Meh.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe
Gladly. Yep.
it. What
What about we haven't even talked about Scheffler. Not that.
But there's nothing to talk about.
That was
What,
just
maybe-
whole hum,
maybe
who
him-
cares?
Maybe him being surly as fuck at the
Oh
at
yeah,
the jacket ceremony.
yeah.
Did the defending champs not say one word the entire Butler cabin ceremony every
I
year?
don't think they say anything, but they usually stick around. He just got
he
the fuck
he
out
literally
of
left.
Yeah.
Like
He
he
jetted.
was out of the picture.
But then they had to do it again outside too.
and he was still
He was
grumpy
there.
too.
No, he was a little bit of smile there.
Little grumpy still.
But I wanted to talk about Morikawa because he had those thoughts on like players getting interviewed after, and how he was saying like they should get a chance to go cool off and then do their
Like a
interviews.
parent's 24-hour rule with coaching.
Kind of, yeah.
Like cool off, ask me tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Because Lowry had the same thing
Yeah.
Yeah,
Saturday.
I will say, since I just brought up Butler Cabin, is that the dumbest tradition in sports?
I don't love it either.
For like the coolest golf tournament, for them to have to go and sit in there in the quietest
Yeah.
room with Jim Nantz, the previous champion, the doofus president.
Yeah,
and
why don't
then
they just
you.
do it outside
Do
in
it
front of all the
outside.
fans?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
'cause-
go in there
Well,
and
and
do
that's the
an
thing is
interview
they
after.
always cut that off, so you don't even get to watch that on the normal telecast. It's
No.
Butler Cabin, he gives them the jacket, and then they end the broadcast.
Yeah.
And all the stuff that happens with all the fans, you have to watch on Twitter afterwards.
Yep.
Like Butler Cabin is so annoying to me.
Hmm.
It's just
That's an
Awkward.
interesting take.
And-
I've never heard someone complain
and
about
do you
that
know what
before.
else? They didn't have the top amateur in there.
None of them made the cut.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I mean. So they didn't even have one.
Yeah.
Like that's
NA.
NA. No
They
one
all
gets
tied. And
it.
then
Team tie, we all tie.
the last guy. Oh wait, I did have Tiger Woods skip the champions dinner.
Hmm.
Yes, which is
And-
very
and-
odd to me.
And VJ too. Which,
Oh, and VJ.
yeah, because he withdrew
He was hurt. Yeah.
Monday, but I figured he would have been there warming up, and then he said, "Yeah, no, I can't," or something, right? And then
Speaking
Probably a
like
prior
to
commitment.
Harv's point about playing until you're dead, like I would be attending every champions dinner until I'm dead.
absolutely,
Oh yeah.
Like, why would you not go to that?
You know, Phil will be there every year,
there
and
was-
Bubba and
There was
Reed.
3
those
missing,
guys.
I think Sandy Lyle, and then those 2
yeah.
were missing.
What
Sandy Lyle
better?
couldn't find his dress suspenders.
Like, what else could you be doing? Like, you should literally, until
Yeah.
the day you're dead, every second week of April, I'm going to the Champions Dinner and I'm playing 2 rounds at Augusta.
Till you can't do it no
You're
more.
missing.
Go till you
you're,
can't.
You're missing the number 1 golfer in the world in the list there.
Jocko there.
Yeah, you had a nice little T29. Not bad.
he had a shitty back 9 on Sunday.
That didn't make the cut.
Yeah. And Rom was T14, but tied 7 guys. So I'm having 2 drinks. We'll kind of call it even.
I-
guess.
If that was a bet,
never making a bet with you ever again.
What do you mean? You wouldn't give me top 5 when he was T5?
Because we're actually betting on like monetary value.
That's a
That is
monetary
not-
value.
Well,
This beer's worth
Canoe.
money.
No.
Canoe. The fact he's drinking 2 beers is actually more than he needs to.
Yes.
Because if you bet on an each way, and there was a 7-way tie, those odds get chopped by 7.
7 divided by 2, because
Well-
it's 14 and 15, right?
Oh, right, 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5.
So that's technically 2 is too many.
I stand by my comment.
What?
You're not betting anymore.
I'm never making a bet with you.
You
Oh,
guys
I
go
was gonna
back
drink
and
4,
forth.
but Matty
Yeah.
B ended up cracking a 3rd one tonight. So
Yeah, sorry.
I had Gary Player written down.
There's more in the fridge. by
I
the
know.
way.
He
I'll take another one. if you
Reds.
want.
smoked
There's
that
Reds.
drive on number 1. I'll tell you that much.
Yep.
Then
And
that
then-
video of him dancing came on.
So random. Yeah.
And then that interview where he just said everyone's wives are gonna die, so you might as well get a new one or
Yeah.
whatever he said. Like,
No, it was more, along the lines of when my wife dies, I'm going to find someone else. Because why would
his
I just
first wife
be-
already did die
Yeah.
as a new younger.
Yeah.
his girlfriend's like 30, isn't she?
He's 90.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
really
I know
young.
what you're- yeah.
Well, because that's his point, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
Like
why
Bill Belichick territory.
Yeah.
I mean, I kind of see the point. If my wife's life ended, doesn't mean that mine has
Yes.
to.
Yep.
Which there's some.
I also
validity
don't
to
think
that.
you need to say
say
it.
it.
No.
Like I just did.
Yeah.
I was repeating what he said.
No Connors talk yet.
We'll get
Oh,
there.
can
Oh
he-
yeah, I had Connors on here. He was T8, but I mean his sister had a better week. She wrapped that ankle up perfectly.
Tatis. Yep.
Never mind. His girlfriend's 83.
He's got to be the same age.
30.
No?
30, you said.
She just looks young.
There's no way she looks 53 years younger than she is.
He said she looked 30.
I mean, 7 years is still a lot.
Man, that's
And then I had Ken Griffey Jr. was there as a photographer.
loved it.
He also said par 3 courses hole in ones don't count.
That was a little bit of a wild take that he had there. And
I
he
love
was
the
going all
receipts.
in.
I love the receipts he had when Steele came at him with questions. What? Still a batter's box?
No.
Same thing.
That's
That
not
was
the
Is that a
same
bunch
it
of-
thing.
wasn't
No,
the same thing.
I know- I
like
know,
how he
I know.
came
Yes,
back with it, but it
yes.
wasn't even. It's not even
That
remotely the
was
same
a
thing.
bad example.
It's
is
pretty
what-
close.
No, it's close, but it's
There's
not
still
the same.
outfielders. He said there's still fielders.
Yeah.
He said there's fielders, and there's like, well, it's an exhibition because it's not a full length course. You're still doing the same things, but doesn't count. Why
He
don't
would
all
have
my
been better off saying would his home runs count in like a park with 100 feet shorter fences and like an actual game.
No,
Yeah.
it's like
this? I mean, I know what you mean. The home
why,
run derby
Why do you
thing.
get 18 chances though? Why do you get 18 chances?
Mm-hmm.
You play the course you're playing. Like,
I don't know. It's
yeah.
like if
There's
so
an
should
argument.
they
How many
not-
home runs
should
would he
they
hit
not
if-
count at the Hillcrest? Because technically you got
One
two
extra
extra chances.
one extra.
One extra.
Well, 8 and 9.
Oh yeah. You counting short fours?
Short
now, too?
fours
Well,
now.
how are they any different?
That's fair.
Basically, how many home runs would Griffey have if he had 18 middle fastballs every game?
Yeah.
Lots more, lot more home runs.
I think I like Harb's analogy a little bit better of playing all of them in like one park. Maybe not necessarily fences in,
Yankee
but
Stadium.
yeah, like if you played every game at Yankee Stadium, that's
As a
kind of what a
lefty?
par 3 would be
Yeah.
like. But at the same time, it's definitely not the same. But it kind of is.
Classic
Like a
middle
par-
man.
Yeah,
A
exactly.
par 3 course is. Oh, they just
Oh.
go back to back. Oh, Arias hit another bomb.
Another?
Thank you. Yeah, he's got 2 this year.
Oh, this year. Okay.
He had 1 last year.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So Connors kind of didn't get it going on Sunday. And yeah, he was overshadowed by his sister's heroic.
He ended up. I mean, he was T8, but it would have been nice to get him into the top 5. Like the money
Couldn't
for
putt.
one.
He was
and-
there.
They
Yeah, he couldn't putt after Knoop said he learned how to putt.
Okay, in my defense, up until that point, he was putting fantastically.
You're correct. Yes.
And then what
yeah,
happened?
Yeah, and then you said something.
Maybe he saw his sister out there, right?
The
How can I live up to that?
yeah,
Yeah.
the TSN broadcast actually did make a really good point. It was Dillette, I think, that said like there gets a time for Dillette said it about himself that you put yourself in position to win so many times that eventually you have some demons creep in that like, am I actually going to be able to do this? And you just have to try to fight through that. That's the hard part for Connors. Like he's, 4 top 10s in a row now? And it's just like,
I mean,
I
he's
don't know,
won
but-
before.
In no way
know,
did I
but-
think he had any chance this weekend to win the Masters.
No one
Yeah.
did. Well, not
No.
going into Sunday.
Thursday,
Uh,
Friday, any day. I didn't
Anyone
think-
else have anyone else to talk about?
Well, Nick Taylor also made the cut. He was T40th, so
of course he
at
was.
least he made the cut. And we were only missed by 1, I think. Someone jinxed him
made
there
a
too.
double on 15 on Friday.
He was one of the worst ranked guy. Like when they ranked the whole field, I think he was like second last.
He was talking on the broadcast how well he hit it.
Yeah, he's
Stats
just
were
not
great.
long enough.
He beat Angel Cabrera.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a shame.
Connors,
It's a
sorry,
shame.
4 of the last 5. He's went
Yeah, 4
3
last
at
5,
Arnold
yeah.
Palmer, 6 at Players,
Oh.
8 at Valspar. Then he was 18 at Texas
I
Open.
thought you were
then
talking
8.
Masters for top 10s in a row.
No, this is only his second Masters, isn't it?
No.
Second or third?
Oh no, he's
Uh,
at like 4 now. I think
But he gets to come back next year because he's top 10.
top 12s maybe.
Top
Yep.
12, yeah.
Homa's in.
Anyone else?
That's
to
it.
talk about?
Couldn't talk
That's
about
good.
It. I was gonna say something about ZJ, but we'll leave it.
He was just
Zach
impressed
Johnson?
with